It just fell out of the deck. Judgment. Okay. As I sat down to do this message, I had a vision. It was showing me this little girl, but she was like a little flower girl, like dressed up like she would be at like a wedding to like walk down the aisle and be like a flower girl. But she was crying, okay? And then this big giant butterfly flew down out of the sky and like scooped up this little girl while she was crying, getting her out of there. Okay. And then while they were flying in the sky, like the butterfly was morphing into like these different spirit animals. Like it was turning into an eagle, and then it was like a hawk, and then it was like all these, like a cat flying in the air. Okay. All these different spirit animals, almost like it was showing me each spirit animal of each person in this collective, and like the way this spirit animal has been taking care of your inner child, or there's like a situation going on in your life that is like threatening your inner child, and so it's like getting you out of there. Okay. So we'll see what this is. What's going on? Six of Cups. That's like inner child, past, things from the past, nostalgia. The vision was kind of giving me like a rescuer down under vibes. If you're like a 90s baby, you know, 80s baby, you know. Um, let's see what's going on. Page of Swords, communication, downloads, spiritual downloads, sorry, spiritual downloads, the Empress. Dolphins could be significant to this collective. I feel like you have something on the other side, something in the ether trying to connect with you, a spirit guide of some kind, wanting to work with you, wanting to create with you. The Fae could be significant to this collective. Oh, okay. We got the Fae stepping forward here for sure. For sure. This collective, you could be very artistic. You could be very, yeah, expressing yourself through art, very creative, very expressive. The Fae always love that. And the Fae are very connected with animals too. So it's kind of significant that you had like animal spirit guides stepping forward, and then the Fae. Temperance. What's this temperance? Divine guidance. Here with that is what I'm getting with this. They're trying to rescue your inner child from something. Queen of Wands. Creativity heavy here for this collective. The Hermit. There's a lot of tapping back into your inner child. The things that you enjoyed doing when you were a child, you could have possibly been very creative, very artistic. Maybe you lost touch with that a little bit, and this is a call to go back there. Maybe there was something that happens that kind of took you out of that childhood creativity, imagination type of phase a little too early. Something took you out of there early. It's like, I'm getting with this collective, you didn't have a chance to fully be a child during childhood, okay? Trigger warning with this reading. Yeah. You could have had very emotionally unavailable parents, okay? Specifically, a mother. Oh my God, this owl on here is reminding me of that. Is that an owl? What in the fuck is that? It's like a bird on her hair and the bird is made out of hair. um, a cold female figure in your life growing up that really hurt you. Five of Swords. Made you feel like you were never good enough. Okay. And it's like you could have had imaginary friends when you were little. I'm getting that those were built or they came to you. Those were spirit guides almost. I think it is spirit guides that came to you during childhood, but you lost touch with them. Now they're coming back. They're coming back because I feel like you were meant for more, but there's something that happened here in childhood that like stunted your gifts, not stunted your gifts, stunted your ability to express yourself through your gifts, to feel comfortable enough expressing yourself through your gifts is what this is. And so now that you are an adult or you're older, this spirit guide, like they understand you had some protection mechanisms going on that you developed in childhood that kind of carried on into adulthood here because of this like emotional unavailability from your mother or parents. Whoever was there to nurture you really didn't nurture your soul. I feel like you definitely could have been taken care of in the sense of like provided for and like nothing traumatic from like other people's point of view happened, but this emotional unavailability was beyond traumatic. Like that is trauma. Maybe you don't even recognize this. That is. A child needs someone to be able to go to and feel loved and listened to and cared for and not judged and not shamed. And I feel like that's where you were lacking and never being able to feel good enough. But now this spirit guide is coming in to bring you back to childhood, not for anything else, but to get like connect yourself back to your childhood and back to who you are, because you have massive potential when it comes to like your spiritual and creative gifts. I didn't mean to say spiritual there, but I definitely feel you do have spiritual gifts here. Channeling. They're wanting you to feel playful again. They're wanting you to connect back into what you love to do without the shaming that went on within your family, without anything like that. I'm going to do a part 2 here because I feel like we just scratched the surface. Let's go to part 2.